Hello everybody, welcome to Straight Line Racing and welcome to the final stage of the qualifying here for the French Grand Prix here, round 6 of season 5, and we're just watching people finishing the laps. Apologies about the late start for the stream, but we're here now, that's all that matters. And unfortunately I have missed everything, but no real surprise. Forium is top at the moment, and yes, we'll go into this now. So I'm the commentator on Wyatt, and with me I've got Mr. Ben Gallagher.
Hello everyone, looking forward to see what Paul Ricard can bring us today. Yeah, Falkers goes forth.
We've got Mebe out there as well, so only one more lap to go. And he's really going for it here at the end. He's currently 9th at the moment. Now, some people you can already see there on the board are taking advantage of the fact there's only 10 people here. And you've got Millix Jr. out there, he's on softs for his quali lap. So he'll be in the top 10 on softs. That could be a good strategy. Same with Blunt there, look, on the supers. So we could have a few interesting strategies here that are going to be helped obviously by lack of drivers, I think.
Yeah, a little bit of a smaller grid. There is the advantage of less cars to pass. For the likes of Millix Jr., who has been really the master of the alternate strategy in the first few rounds of the season. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when those lights go out. So
we have, to say, a 10 car grid. Hello to the 7 of you who have joined. Thank you for joining. And apparently we've got a full wet start, apparently. I'm hearing in the chat. I don't know if that's true or not, but I guess we'll find out. But let's quickly go for that top 10. Let's quickly go for that top 10. So it's 4M on pole, Surface, Alex, Mebe, Calcurs, Pyre, Franner, Millix Jr., Blunt, and CYP. And that'll be your grid for the French Grand Prix here in SLR. Good news, everyone who finishes at least in I think the top 90% of the race or something like that is going to be getting points. I think you have to do 90% of the race.
Was it? Crash.
Yes, I don't crash. And it is a full wet start. Ooh. I'm not going to say anything.
Millix.
Not going to say anything. Millix. His strategy, he
Millix,
must have checked the weather report.
Millix, it's second nature for Millix to go on the hardest tyre for qualifying. Yeah, he missed the weather report clearly, and now he starts from 8th.
So a full wet race. I think everyone here can collectively hope that no one bends it at the start, because the last thing we need is less than 10 people here. So hopefully the 10 of them give us a good race here. I believe it's probably meant to be wet the whole time, I'd imagine, judging by the way it looks at the moment. So we'll see what happens. We've got Knuffle asking for a turn 1 crash. That's exactly what no one wants.
Yeah,
for
quite
once.
down Knuffle.
For no one. Leave. Oh, they're enters. That's enters. That's interesting. I would have thought they'd be on the full wets. Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting, that.
Yeah, it is quite... It does look very heavy there. Alright, but I don't know. Yeah. I'm not sure any of the implications there. I'm gonna have a look at the chat. See what's going on in here.
Oh, Franner's in the wall already. He's not doing himself any favours. He's currently driving backwards in his Toro Rosso, and he's now been disqualified. He's been put back on the grid. Luckily though, I don't think there's any grass or gravel anywhere on this track. It's just toothpaste decorations everywhere. So you shouldn't get anything onto your tyres or anything, which will help, because obviously if you get anything on your tyres for a start of a race, you're not going to get off the line. But like I say, we're just watching these people. Some of them are weaving quite a bit, and in these wet conditions it's a very brave decision. Remember, they've got no assists here, so yeah. We'll certainly see in the first sector, anyway, towards the end of the first sector, start of the second sector, sorry, just they're going to be having next to no traction, and we made it extremely difficult to get around, I imagine.
Yeah, it does demand quite a lot of lateral grip, that first sector, because it's quite slow with a lot of long sort of corners, big wide corners to go through, so they will be struggling on this very slippy track today. Yeah.
Okay, so CYP is Well, he's last, but you never know. We can always see a last to first challenge. I mean, with only 10 people on the grid, this is probably anyone's best chance. I wonder if anyone's going to be thinking about that type of storyline. But really, any of these 10 can win this race. It's going to be intermediate conditions. Could go to wet, could go to dry, you know, full wet or maybe just dry tires. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Either way, we're going to have 27 laps to try and figure it all out. And they're all going to be lining up onto the grid now. And we will await the lights. And there's the two Hasses and CIP last to get onto the line. And we're now going to wait for those 5 red lights. Everyone is in position now. And here we go. We've got some lights on ahead of the drivers. 4 and now 5 of them. They get away. Looks like a rather even start on the front two. If anything, Alex seemed to go quite well away up there in 3rd place. So we'll see if he can make anything work. He's already up to 2nd, but looks like he'll have the inside line as well. Look out there for Calker's going for it as well. We've got a spin there. Alex is spinning round, so his bad start then to this race sort of reflects his bad luck in general, unfortunately, in this league. Already losing places down the start, all the way back down to last place. We've got a little bit more side-by-side action as well going on through the field. We've got a few people cutting turn 3 there, rather reminiscent of real F1, if I'm honest. And people cannot keep it on the track, can they?
They cannot. Well, they can, I suppose. They can go off the track as much as they like around here, I suppose, with the lack of grass. Pirate getting past Minix there through the first sector, and CYP going off the track again. I think what happened with Alex, he got tapped from, I think it was either Calkers or Mede on the inside, who had one of them had a very good start. Nearly took second
Oh, there's
place,
contact there. It's going to be into the wall. If there is one, that is, of course. Minix Jr. does hit the wall, but luckily he doesn't damage his car. Fran Air Jr., I think, was the guy he came to contact with. I think it was, anyway. He came to contact with someone. Could have actually been Pirate, but either way, he's had contact. He's been off into the wall. But like I say, the wall was so far away, it didn't actually do any damage to him. Now we've got Blunt trying to attack Surface here for P2. Will we finally see these Ferraris get any luck, I wonder? Mebe loses a place to Calkers. He's losing his back end there. A bit of contact between those two. But, you know what? For these conditions, I'm surprised we've still got 10 under 10 drivers.
Yeah, well, we nearly lost one there, like you said, of Minix carrying, or more like losing a bit of speed going across so far off the track.
We probably didn't even lose much though.
To the wall.
I mean, he's still up in 7th there, because when he went up, well, he just cut the massive chicane, didn't he?
Yeah, like, he's gained a place. Like,
yeah,
I mean, he's about to get another one here on Pirate.
So he's clearly not letting that incident get him down. And up there, another position, as you say, but then he goes off the track again.
There he goes again.
He's exploring Narnia.
Through the... Oh, no.
And he's made the move stick. No, he's made that move stick off the track. I don't think Pirate's going to be too happy about that one. We'll see if he has to get that one back.
Let's see what happens. Torian pulling a bit of a lead.
Yeah, same with Surface to Blunt, top 3 all sort of getting separated out. Remember, there's going to be no DRS anyway, so being within a second isn't exactly ideal if you're looking for DRS. But it is useful if you want to just have a flat-out race, of course. It's like going old school again. There goes Calkers off the track, getting it wrong into the braking zone, but doing some good defensive driving there to make sure Mebe doesn't find a gap to walk through. But now they're going to go side by side up the hill, and this is where I'm just going to look away and just hope nothing happens there. And we see, yeah, they've backed off. Okay, they've been smart. Oh, that's nearly Minix Jr. having a second flirtation with the wall there, and there's 2 cars up ahead. Look at that, Mebe, and oh, who's that? Is that Alex spinning off? It is. Alex has been spun around for the 2nd time in this race, and he's now way off the pace. But I don't know.
Gaps are widening, which is a bit worrying.
And we saw Calkers and Mebe going up the track together. I'm surprised they didn't lose too much time actually from that. I think it's mainly because Minix and oh my goodness, Mebe's taking the wrong line there and nearly put it in the wall. That's be a weird place. Take effort to crash there, to be honest. Luckily he didn't.
Yeah. Misjudging the traction zones of the car there. Like I said, Calkers and Mebe, they had almost a synchronized slide. On whatever that turn is after the senior curve. I'm not sure what number it is, but
no idea.
big long right one, I'll call it.
Okay.
Yeah, they.
We've got weather information. It is
Yeah,
meant
I
to dry
heard,
up. It is meant
yeah.
to dry up in a couple of laps' time. Although, honestly, I'll believe it when I see it. It's very
Yeah,
much
it's-
still tipping it down right now. But here is Fran here, looking to try going outside. We saw Millix have a bit of a slide. Now, will Millix tries a little party trick again and just cut the whole thing? No. Luckily decides not to do that this time. Although, honestly, I would suggest it's a good idea. It seemed to work rather well last time. I didn't see any penalties pop up either, so the game was rather lenient towards it, which is a bit odd. For this game's standards, it gives penalties for literally everything, so I'm surprised. Oh, Blunt. I think Surface has been off wide, he was, and Blunt gets past, and well, let's just hope this isn't the start of another Ferrari disaster class, huh? Be a real shame if we saw them mess it up
well,
again.
one of them's missing today, so yeah,
Hopefully that's the only
maybe that's
disaster.
half bad luck. We'll see what happens. Everyone seems to be having big slides into that corner to start of the final sector. I think I need to think of the number, but yeah, it seems to be a trouble zone for a lot of cars like Surface, who just lost position to Blunt.
Well, obviously, the reason now we sort of work out that people have been struggling is that some will be running some dry setups. For example, Calcars, we know A is running a dry setup. We've seen this in the comments. We've got a very nice weatherman in here and strategy Steeler telling us everything that's going on. So, very useful person. He's like a Ted Kravitz, isn't he? Very good. Very useful.
If he's using a dry setup, that would make you think that the race is going to get dry at some point. Like you said, it's looking very much miserable right now.
Well, it's a lot better than last lap, isn't it? It certainly went from heavy rain to light rain in the last lap.
Yeah, these are inter conditions, I would think. Whereas on the grid, it looked to be absolutely lashing it down.
But that also explains why they weren't on the full wet at the start. There'd be no point.
Yeah.
Now, is that a car going wide there, or is he just that far behind? No, I think he was okay. I think he was just behind. I thought he was cutting the chicane there for a second. Oh, was that Surface going wide again? It was a little bit, but luckily he didn't lose anything this time. But, well done. They seem to have all made it through the most difficult of the conditions. Hopefully, now when we get to the changeable conditions towards dry, we'll wait and see who comes out on top there. But for him, has to be said, he's sort of run away with this one already, but you never know. When the rain starts to ease off and we get a greasy track rather than a wet one, that's potentially going to be where we see yet more difficult conditions, because when you're on the slick tyres and a drying track, that could lead to some chaos. Thinking start of sector 3, that lovely right-hander.
Yeah, it will be certainly, especially if drivers decide to pit early and maybe spend a lap when it's still a bit wet to try and get a bit of an advantage. There's anything can really happen. Once it starts to dry up, anyone can decide to do whatever, to do anything really. So it should spice it up a little bit.
So it's lap 5. We're in that window that Hayden was saying about anyway in the chat for when the rain is due to stop. You can see some blue skies now starting to emerge. Not many, but they are there. You can sort of see them from the onboard shot a tad. So rain is going to be stopping rather soon indeed. We can see Millix Jr. is well, still just about ahead of Fran here. You'd imagine they're both catching up to maybe a little bit, and you'd expect maybe at some point. They're all still sort of getting on the curb though and losing it. It's surprising that they aren't actually going for full-on spins. Only sort of Alex has been the one to struggle with that. But here comes Fran here. He's got a nice run. Will he fancy a move? I don't think there's any point trying it into there. Although Millix Jr. is just going to skate off the track. But there's just not enough grip to get it down the inside anyways to take advantage. So they both lose time really in effect. Yellows, is that Alex again? It is. Alex in the wall. Alex into the wall. Millix as he went off.
Yeah, he spun up the rears and he lost it. Just on board with Millix there for that big slide through the long right-hander. He didn't seem to be doing anything wrong. The car just didn't really turn. Just didn't turn in.
Just a consequence of the conditions, I guess.
The weather, yeah.
So now Alex has sort of got a choice to make. Now he's been in the wall. He's 16 seconds off the pace. What does he actually do now? There's no point pitting to change the front wing yet. But he's now 17 seconds at the pace. What's he going to do? I wonder if he's just going to give up. He's cutting all the corners. He's going to give up, isn't he? That's never a 10-second time penalty, quite frankly. But the game's giving him one. And is he going to stick it in the wall? He tried to. But, no. And he's retired. We're down to 9.
Pause. Oh, he's retired. I mean, if it were me, I'd have paused the game and just gone off to, to go
nice
do
time.
something else.
Make the numbers look a little bit better.
Yeah.
So,
well, you know, it's something.
Virtual safety car. Well, that's pointless, isn't it? He's in the pits. And that just slows us down a lot more. So, well, this is a bit awkward. So, basically, the situation is at the moment, we've got Forium out front by 5 seconds. Now, it's going to probably change a bit when they go in. But you've got Pirate, and we've seen him struggling before. But he is falling 8 seconds back. CIP's struggling a bit as well. And so I hate to say this, but really, I mean, can it really be only the top 7 now to have a chance? Will we see maybe it change, flip around in dry conditions? Maybe they've got a full dry setup. Hard to tell what they're doing at the moment, but I just hope they aren't just flat out struggling for pace. That'd be a real shame.
Yeah, once that track dries up, really, it'll all sort of come into light what's going on, and who really has the advantage here. 8 seconds can go away very easily with the front wing change. Oh,
sorry, we're green again, yeah. Who got the best start there? I think Franner got a great start.
Blunt's only 2.6 behind Thorium, now we close that gap significantly.
Yeah, I think Thorium got it just before the final corner. He just got it at a really poor point, unfortunately for him. Had to put the brakes right on as well. I think he was a bit down on his delta, so he had to really make sure he wasn't going to be in trouble. Well, I think Calcutta was taking a bit of an inventive line at the turn 2. I wonder if he was struggling a bit still. We're still seeing penalties being dished out as well. And it is still raining. Keaton's made a prediction, lap 8 or 9 for slicks. I think you may be wrong about this one. But I mean, you've been doing the rest of it. But you're wrong about this one, I think. I don't see it drying up as quickly as that, although it is about, what, nearly a 2-minute lap in these conditions. So you never really know how quickly it can dry up, I guess. Pirate is still falling further back. So I guess I just have to wait and see if it's a dry setup. We'll see him on later. Maybe that'll help him out. Oh my goodness, Calcus really is taking the inventive lines. He's really struggling quite a lot. And he's been nearly in the wall twice this lap already. And, yeah. Oh, he's gonna spin! Oh, look at that! Into them goes! Oh my goodness, free! Well. No! Oh! We've lost. I don't believe it.
The Calcus there. Yeah, really,
I've got my head in my hands. I'm not gonna lie. We've seen 3 cars come together there. Has Milt's got damage? I pray that he's got a broken front line. Oh man.
No, not damage. Maybe he's got a lot of damage. Calcurs is fine, which is a bit unfair to be honest.
Yeah, no, he's just ruined the race. Oh, yeah. You could see it coming. He was pushing too hard. And Calcurs will pit. Oh, Millix has hit the wall. He's out of the race. We're going side by side into the pits here. We've lost another car. And now a 5-second stop go penalty for Calcurs. I wonder if he was trying to kill himself as well. There's maybe Millix has left the session. He's given up. Front wing changes for both Mebe and Calcurs. They exit the pits now.
I didn't realise.
Yellow's in sector 1. What's happened now? Is that just Millix's car, I wonder? As the Yellow's
gone. Yeah, he retired in the pit straight, yeah. I didn't realise he had a stop go there. I thought he got held in the pits with that lovely glitch. That would have been, yeah, the evil part of me would have laughed there. But the only close cars on track right now are CYP and Pirate, one on the back straight now. CYP level up, big lock up. Might cut the corner and he gets the position, and I don't think Pirate's really in a position to have a look back at him. He's in hot lap mode though. No, doesn't seem interested.
Sorry, I'm just complaining in our chat.
Yeah. lap
Yeah.
8 of 27.
So it is, yes, lap 8 of 27. We were effectively, and I really hate to say this, but we've effectively fallen down to 4 competitors who've got a chance. CIP's now 13 seconds off the back of Franier, and he is struggling, as is the Pirate. Not, I mean, look, he's off the track, look, and they're just struggling so much in these conditions. Calkers and Mebe will have to pit again. The only thing that's going to save those 4, really, and get them back in contention is a safety car. Blunt, though, is catching Forium for the lead here. We've got 1.5 seconds of gap, and that has been closing over the last few laps. So is there a chance of a fight for the lead at some point? I hope so. I really hope so.
There's indeed, I think, especially once it dries up. That should be interesting, and especially when DRS gets back up and running. If our weatherman could be lying to us, I don't know. Just getting our hopes up. But I, as well as I'm sure many other people do, hope something happens, because otherwise, yeah, it's going to be quite a boring race.
Yeah.
If nothing happens, which is a bit of an obvious thing to say, but yeah.
So, still raining here. So, but it's certainly now a lot more. You can see a lot more blue sky than before when I last checked. Anyway, it's certainly looking a bit brighter over the circuit here, Paul Ricard, and I think we are looking at seeing the rain stopping anytime soon. In fact, it's now just spitting. The rain is going to stop. It has stopped. So it stopped raining here. And it's now about when you're going to pit. Will it be this lap? Will it be next lap? I'd say probably lap 11. Although someone may take a risk. Someone further back like CIP may just have to take the risk.
I mean, they don't really have anything to lose, so...
Yeah.
Calkers is 21 seconds ahead of Mebe. So, if I were him, I'd say, why not? What have you to lose? Into the pits you go.
So, let's see then. CYP still losing time. Have a look at Calkers though and Mebe. Are we going to see them pull the pits? They've got nothing to lose, really. So let's see. Will we see that Mercedes into the pits? We will not. Oh, Blunt. No! We've lost Blunt from this race. He was chasing down for him. He's got it wrong. I don't believe
I'm above
it.
the CYP here to see where exactly.
Where has he ended up then? Where is he?
Yeah, he's up.
There he
He's
is.
right there.
Oh,
That's yeah, it's on the curb, I imagine.
He's got some way down that straight as well before actually probably losing him. And that's what I was saying. Greasy conditions. That's where it could potentially be the hardest. Now here's Franier. Is he going to get past on surface? Will surface just sail off the track? He may well do so. But Franier, there's no way through here. And he's certainly putting the pressure on there. And this is just going to help for him even more.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, we're down 7. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I don't really think you need me to tell you sort of what's going on at this point, really. This is the only action at the moment. The battle for P2. A rather heated battle. Round the outside, we're going to see Franier have a go. And he certainly is looking a lot better than Service right now. Now, let's just hope they can keep it clean. I think that's the only thing we can really hope for at this point.
I think that's CYP with a bit of a wobble in sector 3. That was what the yellow flag was for. Looking at that track now, they surely have to pit this lap.
They have to.
Yeah, that track's looking bone dry.
Calkers is taking that plunge into the pits and into the marker board, nearly into the wall there. Soft compound tires. I think there's a glitch there.
There's a glitch, yep. One of many. Let's jump back to Franier.
Yeah, let's see. DRS is now enabled, although these two will not be able to make any use of it. So we will still see him close though. Will Franier have the confidence to go for the move? He certainly looks a lot better this time. And he doesn't go for it. I wonder if Surface will just do his usual party trick of getting it wrong. He will. Franier on the inside has a look. Maybe he's on the super softs, by the way. And he's left. Flipping out. He's left. And Franier gets past. What's happened to Maybe then? He's just left. I wonder if he chose the wrong tyre. I've got no words anymore. I'm sorry, viewers. I've got no words. I'm sorry you have to watch this.
With that, I mean, there's a bit of a battle for P2. I guess.
Yellows,
yellow
no. What's that for now? Why is Maybe's car just sat in the middle of the track? Like, what the hell's going on now? What is this? I'm sorry, I'm losing my cool now. I don't want to be losing my cool, but what is this, man? Look at this!
Fronts left. Maybe's revving his car in sector 1.
What's he doing? What
is
he doing?
Give Thorium a fright when he comes across him.
Oh man, Franier is, by the way, onto the super sauce. He's going to try what his teammate did. I wonder if that was a mistake. And yeah, Maybe's been disqualified. She's been disqualified. Explain.
Anyway.
Moving on from that, he's going to get only 1 point now. Yay. Maybe he shouldn't have left.
Down to 6 cars.
Right then, so Franier's on the super sauce. He should be able to catch for him, you would imagine, right? I don't see any reason why he can't.
Yeah, but there is 15 laps left to go.
Don't remind me.
Yeah. So I don't know what the story is. I am very uneducated on how long tyres last around here.
I have no idea.
So we'll see whose tyres die first, really. Franier could catch Thorium, he could get past Thorium, but if his tyres burst before the end of the race, it'll all be for nothing. So we'll see what happens. It'll be faster for the next few laps. See what happens. But for now, we sit here and wait.
Wait for something to happen.
Yeah. Wait for excitement.
We've got Frand in here giving us some support. Thanks.
Cheers, friendly.
Nice to see you.
We're
trying.
Some excitement.
We're trying.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Let's have a look.
So Franier is catching very quickly, but I almost guarantee he's going to have to pit again. I don't see those tyres getting anywhere. So while he will catch...
According to Weatherman in the chat, the supers won't make it to the end.
Yeah, I think we've worked that bit out. Unless he can really just sort of, you know, make them work.
Yeah.
There's Calker's dry setup coming into good effect. Sadly, though, he never got a real chance to use it properly, and he's cutting all the corners. Virtual safety car, what's that for?
I'll
be honest with you.
I imagine he just did it for the laugh, really. At this point,
I think they're just doing it. They're doing this to make it longer for us. They're really trying to drag this out, aren't they?
Bloody race.
Oh God! CYP's got a drive-through. Sorry.
Well, this is brilliant. I'm loving this.
Oh man. Oh. So CYP's gonna fall down to 6th with that drive-through.
Well, if this lasts long enough, then Franier might be able to make his tyres last.
Well, yeah, but if we keep getting random VSCs, you know, maybe there's some balloons on the track or something. I don't know. But as far as I'm aware, we've got absolutely no reason to have this virtual, and it's over. And we've got yellows straight away. So it ends, but we still got yellows. But there's nothing.
Full, 3 sector yellow, but the safety car's been turned off. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think the race director is currently high.
Sleeping. He must have slept and found one of the buttons or something.
Well, do you know, I'm not far away from that myself.
Oh dear. And the good news is we're not even halfway there yet. We could still lose more. So, well, for the likes of Pirate, I guess. I don't know how many top 40s he's ever had, but I'm sure he's looking forward to one today.
I don't think this would be one to brag about, really. You know, there are only 6 cars left.
Yeah, but I'm sure he'll be happy.
He will be happy. He will be. Just like I was happy when I got fourth one time and there was only 4 cars left. Yeah.
Anyway,
But, yeah.
now, the thing with Franner is actually, to be fair, he's going to buy a second lap quicker. So when he does his second stint on presumably the Ultras, we could potentially see him actually win this one. I don't know how much he'll be able to pull away after this, but certainly at the end he will have to pit. So while there is only 6 people left, we could still see a proper good fight for the win here. So don't get too disheartened.
Yeah.
Don't leave. There is potential here for a very good battle later on. So just stick with it. And we could be in for a good race here. Look at the time there. So, you know,
Yeah.
stick with us.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, stick with us. There will be a bit of excitement.
He's got a penalty.
I promise. And with that dies any hope of excitement.
Yeah, oh well. That lasted
Let
long,
me check
didn't
Tori in this penalties. He has 1 warning.
it?
And Granier has 3 penalties. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry.
Oh. Aw. Oops. Yeah, sorry. Oops.
Oh my god.
Ah.
Yeah, that's yeah. Let's replace the music or something.
Nah, we'll get taken down for cut route.
Oh, thanks. That'll be a bit of excitement.
Some would argue that that would be exciting, yes.
Yeah.
Keaton in the chat. Favourite to win the Spanish Grand Prix. We could have a wee conversation about that, I guess.
Orium. Yeah.
I want to be
it's Orium.
Well, okay, we'll go on to SLR. I think you might be talking about the rail race then. Do you reckon he's talking about the rail race? We could have a conversation about the rail
real
race.
one.
Yeah, the real one.
Okay. Could be anyone really.
Vettel. Vettel's going to win it because the 2 Mercedes are going to come together like they did in 2016. Because all the omens are there for chaos.
I want to say Leclerc, but he's on a real down slope right now.
Yeah. Nah, Seb has to get off the line as well. So, it'll be one of them.
Yeah. Or it could be another Mercedes one too, but
Or
let's
it
hope for the
could
best.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm a monkey.
Alright, well there's now we're down to 5.
5 and counting. Okay. So CIP isn't last, of course, because Mebe got disqualified before him, and he's still in the points. So thank you for turning up. That's all we can say. Thank you for being here. At least you've actually turned up, unlike some other people. Now, Franir is on the back of Forium now, but we all know this is pointless due to the penalties and the extra pit stop. That's what we're going to have to see Franir make, but we could still see him make a fight to this. So, let's see what happens. We've got a further 6 seconds back to surface. I don't know if he's got any penalties, but if he doesn't, then he'll be jumping Franir anyway. So that'll be nice for him.
Final check. Surface penalties. Surface has a penalty. 1, no, Frenier has 3. So at the moment, I think he jumps.
I mean, we've got Fran in the chat there saying they shouldn't get points for being disqualified, but quite frankly, at least they've turned up. So I think I think they're in the top 10 at the end of the day. Give them the points. So I don't really care about the 90% rule at this point. They clearly don't, so there's another penalty for service, by the way, so there goes that as well. Every single time we think of an opportunity to make this race interesting.
Yeah, just claws it away like.
Cody's are having a great time with this, aren't they?
They're just there's a bunch of them sat in their office watching this stream, just laughing at us.
I wonder when we're going to get our next spontaneous virtual safety car. It'd be great if we got a full safety car, but that would probably require a crash.
And
so,
then we're down to 4.
Then we'd be down to 4. Or potentially 3 if it's the top 2 coming together, which would be quite dramatic, I'll give you. And it would give Ferrari some luck. But it would be a bit mean on these two. Now, They're both sort of running rather similar ERS. I'm seeing Franier's a little lower, but you know, he's got better tyres, so it shouldn't really matter too much.
Yeah, it's quite a power-hungry track. A lot of long straights, a lot of long corners, so they're going to be trying to squeeze out as much ERS as possible. The only place to save it really is in that first sector, with it being so tight. Well, not so tight, but tighter than the rest of it.
So it is now the start of lap 18. We've got 10 laps to go here at the circuit Paul Ricard. We've got Forium winning this race at the moment just due to the fact he's got no penalties and everyone around him who can actually challenge him does. We've lost 5 drivers due to, you know, various incidents. Wet weather, disqualifications, crashes, being stuck in the middle of the track, and there's another penalty for Fran here.
Yeah. There's absolutely nothing to talk about.
Well, that's just it, isn't it? That's the issue.
Yeah, that's the issue we have.
Now, obviously, we're going to be talking to Nathan, Lego, and we're going to try and get this sorted for next week, because I know it's not fair for a start on the drivers, because, you know, they turn up every week. The loyal ones, they turn up every week and they have a good race. That's fine, that's great. But, you know, they're left with this for a race. It's not very fair on them. And quite frankly, it's not fair on commentators as well to have to watch sort of 10 car races.
Or viewers.
Or the viewers, of course, as well.
Really.
So,
anyone involved, really.
All I'm going to say, for anyone who's turned up today, thank you. And as well on the stream, and obviously, you as well, Ben, we're actually, at least we're doing this, at least we're here. But next week, I'm promising you we'll have this sorted. We can't have this happen again, I know that. So, we're going to have this sorted by next week, trust us. We'll get Nathan to do something.
Yeah, we'll sort it. Yeah.
It'll be fine. Don't panic.
Just, yeah. I think Franier's tires are dying because he's starting, so he can't get past Thorium.
Yes, he'll have to pit, won't he, eventually. It's just not looking good.
Yeah, it wasn't looking good.
We had in the chat there, who's the GOAT of F1 IRL and in the game?
And like
well,
separate
both.
or
Separate, yeah.
both.
Who's the real GOAT of F1? Isn't it the real racing? Who's the GOAT of the game? I mean, have you ever seen Blizzard? I swear he's like on the pad. He's unreal.
Yeah, I saw him in a URC race one time. It kind of just made everyone look a bit silly. Yeah.
So he's pretty much, I think, the best in this game. I think there's other people like Michael. I'm sure some of you will know him. He used to be ERL, I think, but I think he left, sadly, just to stop racing because he was dominating too much. He's that good. He is an alien. I'd say probably him and Blizzard.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Brenly is actually the best, but no one likes him. So.
Yes. Yeah. And yeah, pretty much. He's somewhat the Lewis Hamilton of F1 esports. Yeah.
I mean, I think the thing is actually Michael. I think it's Michael Romandis. I think it's his full name. But I think he's too young to actually get into esports. I think his times on the esports events have actually been, I think, good enough to get in, but he's just too young. So I mean,
that's that frustrating.
That's a bit frustrating, isn't it? Imagine being too young.
It would also look a bit funny to have a 10-year-old doing F1 esports.
Well, I mean, he's good enough.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, of course, but it would be quite funny to see. But,
the GOAT in
real life.
The GOAT in real life. It's subjective.
Yeah, it is. Matter of opinion. I mean, you'd have to put a lot of people out on track at once in the same cars to really find out and to
I mean,
know.
we had a conversation about this yesterday in one of our other league chats. It's just not possible, really, to compare, quite frankly.
You could pick the best out of a certain era, I suppose. I mean, currently driving right now, I mean, statistically at least, as much as I don't really like him, you gotta say Lewis Hamilton.
Well, Bottas is showing him up, though, at the moment this season. All the Hamilton fans, it's great to see how salty they are on Twitter. Bottas does anything now, they just have a go at him, it's great.
It is great, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, just made my day load better. Arsenal are even winning their game. Ugh. Drawing against Brighton.
Oh, that's lovely.
We are drawing against Brighton.
Oh, we beat Brighton. Leeds beat Brighton.
I'm gonna kill myself after this race.
Oh, yeah, I can't swear.
I would say a lot of penalties, by the way, Puppet. I don't know how many you need for a disqualification, but some of these guys are genuinely going to be getting close soon. I'm pretty sure I've seen at least 5 or 6 penalties out for Fran here. He's just picking them up like mad. He really does need to be careful at this point, like seriously.
5. He's got 5. Calkers has got 1, 2. Pirate has got 1. Surface has got 2. And Thorium has 2 warnings. So he's going to win this race by a landslide, really, by the time the final classifications come in. And at the moment, even on track, Franier is losing time to him on those dying Supersofts.
I'm surprised he's been able to get them that low, and he must be trying to get them to the end at this point. Maybe he's going to go for a glory lap. He may only realise he's only going to lose 1 spot, and he's going to lose that spot anyway. So, yeah.
Yeah, he might realise just how many penalties he has. Like Kiss said, yeah, Surface I imagine is slightly closing at this point. On the better tyres, faster tyres, yeah. Let's have a look at the comments.
You're going to ask about the SLR goat. I don't know.
Yes.
Probably
the
for him. Has to be for him, doesn't it, really, at the moment?
Alex, as far as I've heard, I wasn't around when he was at his best, but apparently he was untouchable at his best. Back on F1 2017.
Well, for him, I mean, he did 1 race in F1 2017 with us and he's dominated it, so you could potentially say he's even the GOAT here as well. With that.
Yeah.
You know, 100% success rate there.
Yeah, there's that, I suppose. He did only join for the last round on the F1 2017 season.
It was overshadowed, I think. It was overshadowed, really, with Alex taking the title that day.
Yeah, I'd say it was.
Yeah.
And that was kind of, isn't it, kind of a shadow of that former champion nowadays.
That's what this game does, people. It's ruined a few people. I mean, where's Technica these days, you know? He was right up there at one point as well. He was a champion.
He was. Has he been here this season?
I'm
not sure. Yeah, he'd be in the Mercedes, because he always seems to be. That's Calkers and CYP at the moment, so... Yeah. Who else? Surface for 3 or 4 or 5 races at the end of last season was miles ahead. When Thorium started to worry a little bit. This season he hasn't had quite that sort of dominance.
Well, he's still going to win this one, you'd imagine, and he's only got now 4 more laps to do. so it'll certainly help him with his rivals all sort of getting it wrong or just not showing up. So
yeah. The surface is closed in to 3 seconds from Frenier. Maybe that'll be a bit of a battle towards the end. Just Frenier loses position anyways, but any sort of battling will be welcome at this point.
yeah, I think Franier, he should have just went for the glory lap, shouldn't he? Maybe he's going to do that maybe lap 25 or sorry, lap 26, he'll pit and then do his lap at lap 27, something like that.
Maybe, yeah. Might need, yeah, I would need a lap to warm them up. And then lap to do the lap. I don't know. Yeah, you might go on the fastest lap despite it being worse than nothing here. Yeah. 2.4 seconds now.
Yeah, Franier, he must be pitting. Oh, well, he'll have to pit the end of lap 25, he'll do lap 26 as an out lap, and then probably do lap 27 as a flyer, I would have thought. With any common sense, that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Yes.
That'll be the time to do it as well. His car will be the lightest, as it has been all race. His tyres will be the stickiest, as they have been all race. So yeah.
Well, it's hard to believe that it was a wet start, isn't it?
It is. I didn't believe the weatherman there for a while, but it's turned into a summer's day all of a sudden.
Summer's evening, it's starting, the sun's still starting to set now.
The shine off that track is blinding me. Got the back straight.
Well, Cirque's gonna see that Toro Rosso now right up towards him.
I'm sure he'll be looking for a bit of entertainment as much as we are at this point.
Pirate penalty. Calcode is going to try for our fastest lap as well, by the looks of it.
Yep.
Right, so Franier, expect to see him into the pits now. There's absolutely 0 point in him staying out, and he stays out.
He's staying out for the battle. So I'm not arguing. Surface should get in this lap. Hopefully Franier will put up a bit of a battle. I am begging him to. Yeah. Surface closes in a good bit under braking. Great view here from the helicopter. I was a silent helicopter, but helicopter.
Anyway, Calcos is in an out lap, by the way, so he's going to do his flyer at the end, so someone's got the idea. But he's just let him through. Why didn't you pit? What are you doing that for? Franier, have you not seen the gap behind you? Jeez, I thought you were going to have at least a battle. He's just pulled over and let him pass. Hope he gets a puncture now and crashes.
I'm going to send an angry message after this race.
How dare you make us excited? How dare you?
Get my hopes up for 10 laps while he closes in and then you just let him by.
Oh, look, there's a Ferrari. Must just pull out of the way like I'm Kimi Räikkönen and Charles Leclerc. Oh, dear.
And I hate to say it, but we have to see the checker right now.
Yeah. Well, he may well puncture, that's the thing now, Franier. So not only has he bottled the chance to go for the fastest lap, he may not even get third at this point. Let's see if those tyres hold out. He's now got just one more lap, of course. But a lap's a long time on dying tyres.
That would be very funny.
Give us some last lap
As evil
laughs.
as this is, yeah. That would be very funny. It's a horrible thing to say, but it would be very funny. I'm feeling a bit horrible right now watching this race.
I must say, congratulations, we have actually made it, as I say, to the final lap now.
We have.
And we are watching Calkers at the moment, going for the fastest lap. He's supposed to run out of ERS. Oh, God! We're down to 4, ladies and gentlemen. I told you.
What happened?
What do you think happened? He'll have got a puncture and he'll have died. That's what always happens. Where is he then? Let's try and find him. There's yellow flags. Here we are. Where's his car? Did it just despawn there? It's just despawned. He just went to that wall.
There behind the barrier.
He just went to the wall.
He went a bit wide. I think I saw him go a bit wide.
He must have had a puncture, right? He has to have had a puncture.
I don't know.
Oh, well, here comes Forium then to the line. He's gonna win the French Grand Prix here in SLR, taking a checkered flag. He's led the whole way. I mean, pretty standard stuff for him, really. There's Surface P2. Pirates is going to finish on the podium. I imagine that'll probably be his first podium ever. I don't know if he's actually had a podium before. Either way, congratulations. He is going to get there as long as he doesn't bin it or something. And, yeah.
I think Calkers will skip the chicane.
Ah.
Yes, yeah. I think he has. I wouldn't blame him. I'd
Well,
destroy a few distance boards.
wouldn't blame him.
Pirate. Weaving across the line. And Calkers.
Alright then. Will Calkers decide he's going to finish? Is he going to bin it? Is he going to... What's he going to do?
If he does donuts, I'm going to leave.
We're not going to give him the time of day if he does donuts. Oh, what's he going to do? Oh.
Crash.
Go on, make it free. We got 4 finishers. Not that that's anything good to say, but we got 4 finishers there. He was last.
I mean, I predicted 6 or 7. So,
I predicted less, actually. I think I said I was sort of hoping we'd get 3. Have all the finishers be on the podium, but well. Not that that's a bad thing or anything. I guess we've got... I imagine Pirate must be, at least, if not a first-time podium setter, it's a rare podium, let's say. I think we've got 2 Greek drivers as well onto the podium. Surface having a good day. And, yeah.
I mean, it's Ferrari's best day, I think, this season. But the circumstances did make it quite easy to secure.
Oh, it's raining again. Wow,
it's
magic.
Again, great.
Magic.
Yeah, that sums up my feelings for that race.
Yeah. Right then, so let's go through this. Forium has won the race by 12 seconds to Surface, and then I'm going to make sure we see the gap here. We've got plenty of time. 43 seconds then to Pirates, 1 minute 13 to Calkers. That's all the finishers. Then Franier DNF'd on the last lap, Karma. Blunt DNF'd, Millix DNF'd, Alex DNF'd, and CYP and Mebe got disqualified. I promise you're never going to ever have to see anything like this ever again. I do apologise to those of you who watched it. I do thank you, though. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you to the drivers that turned up. We do. Thank you to the drivers that turned up. And next week, I promise you, we're going to have this sorted out, okay? This cannot happen again. I know that. And I think we all know that. So, thank you.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week. And, yeah, safe travels.